Hey, Connie, well, I keep goofing that up. Hi, it's Wacky Wednesday with Connie K and LBJ. How are you guys doing? Thank you for if you're tuning in. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Hi, Connie. How are you today?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Good.
Dropping my cards everywhere, but besides that, I'm good.
Oh, I've got cards everywhere all the time too. No
Yeah.
biggie.
Yeah. I may have to get up and let Lola in, but besides that, I'm good.
No, not a problem. So how's it going for today? What's that? You have bottoms on?
Yes, I do.
Okay, me too. I'm wearing jean shorts.
So we're covered today.
Exactly.
That thing on Facebook where there's like this Zoom meeting, a professional Zoom meeting, and then this guy gets up and all his coworkers see him in his underwear.
No, I actually saw. That sounds hilarious. I saw a thing. Now I'm I'm an ABC person. I love ABC Network.
Yeah,
So
me too.
of course here in Wisconsin, yeah.
I'm sitting here just letting her in. Okay, we're good.
No worries. So I'm an ABC person. I love ABC.
Me too.
And okay, good. Because here in Wisconsin, it's Channel 12 News, right? In southeastern Wisconsin, it's Channel 12 News. So one of the big deals as far as that is concerned, one of the reporters, and he's a regular reporter for GMA and for ABC News, like that, right? Will Reeve, I think is his name. Is it Reeve or Reeves? One of those two. But he works on GMA a lot. He's one of their bigger reporters. Well, he's business on top and gym shorts on the bottom. Well, they caught a sliver of skin this big, and the whole world had a fit about it. Like, just
really?
They're like, oh, blah blah. And I don't want to say, not even on a bad note, but yeah, they pitched a fit about him and the zooming and everybody in all these Zoom moments, and see, like, so I'm gonna stand up, but I'm wearing jean shorts. So yeah, that's just looks like a, what's that?
What does your shirt say?
Oh, it's a family reunion T-shirt that that I think my sister and my mom with my cousin put these together. But
nice.
It's a family reunion T-shirt, and it says, "Family like branches on a tree, we all grow in different directions, and yet our roots remain as one."
We got to talk about that.
Okay. Well, you know what? Before, what's that?
You know why?
No.
Oh, for Devin's thing next week. Part of a tree, so that might be something neat to talk about.
Okay, we'll chat about that off camera then, and
okay.
Well, yeah, since you want to tie that into Devin's wedding, and that's a personal gig, and that's not for us to talk about here. But so we're going to talk about concise readings, bringing it to one point. Now, as I'm a card reader, I read Lenormand cards, I read tarot cards, I read oracle cards. Getting into chimes for our conversation last week. Mm-hmm. But you and I play this game, and we play it as a game. But you could actually do it for actual readings for a client,
Absolutely.
But you and I play this as a game, and we pull 3 different cards. We read each card, or we'll do a little mini, 3-card reading for it. But the point of our game, and we learned this along the way from other readers and mentors, but we play this game and we concise it down to 3 cards, 1 word, right? That's what we've been doing. So what's your take on that going to be for us today?
My take on it is going to be, well, it's just a fun way to instinctively read. And you're not looking at the meanings of the cards because you're looking at 3 cards together and what they mean together. You can look at the pictures. You can look at, You can look at the words on the cards, but whatever it is, it's putting them together. That's how you learn to read instinctively when you're looking at a layout and you're trying to come up with the theme. You know, how's my health? Well, if you get 3 cards and your one word is, you know, scary or ugly, you know, then maybe it's not such a good thing, and you know, there might be an issue underlying.
Okay.
Or cards are all happy cards, you know, health is a happy thing. You're okay, everything's doing good, keep doing what you're doing. Things like
Got
that.
it.
You know, so it's just a quick way to, you know, bam, bam, bam. And that's a good reader will read that way.
Right.
We talked about this before. If you look in the little white book that comes with the deck, you're memorizing someone else's interpretation.
Right.
So
And right, well, you're right, because for as many readers out there, there are that many decks of cards.
Yeah.
There are that many images. And as a result, yes, there may be a core definition or a core level of what meanings are out there for each card, but that's how many meanings there can be because there's so many of us all together.
Exactly.
And so I love that I'm sorry, just real quick. I love that you said, don't look, hey Tom. The hand sanitizer should be in the kitchen right next to one of your paint trays. Please come back and let me know you found it. He's actually heading out for his appointment for Thanksgiving. Okay. You got it?
Thank you.
Okie dokie. Heading out?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Be careful. Text me when you get there.
Okay, bye.
Bye, my love. Bye. So sorry about that sidebar. People are going like, what the hell is he doing? I thought we were watching a show. Real life gets in the way. So bringing it back, there are tons of meanings out there. There are tons of definitions, and yes, there are those core definitions. But I love the fact that your first thing you're saying to us is reading from your instinct, reading from your gut, being intuitive, being that intuitive reader. So let's, I love that. And you're right on target. And I'm so with you on that note. So what do we say? We just dive in then. Let's jump in there and see what we get. Okay, great. What did you want to add anything else to that? To that idea?
No, not really.
Okay.
I guess what I wanted to say was not that the little white book is wrong. It's
no.
Yeah, so I don't want to say don't ever read the little white book. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying don't memorize that as when you learn to read. What is that card for you? And it could be different. Your meaning today for you might be something completely different for someone else tomorrow. You know,
right.
Coming up, what's the energy, what's that feel? So when you learn to read instinctively and intuitively, that's when the clarity comes.
I completely agree, because I'll look at the same card I'm reading a card for you, and let's just jump in it then, and we'll go ahead and do it. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for you. They don't mean anything. I'm just pulling 3 random cards. We're not doing a reading. We're not doing a session. It's just, this is going to be how we're going to familiarize ourselves, so that way people might get the gist of what we're going to do, okay? So I'm just going to pull 3 cards.
Usually play the game. Al would pull 3 cards and say what he sees in his one word, and I'll say the same for the same cards.
Right.
So, yeah.
So this is what I got. Ace of Swords, 8 of Swords. I don't know if you can see that very well. It's kind of shiny. And then 8 of Pentacles reversed. So immediately, let me just rearrange them the way I picked them. Okay, so immediately I'm seeing truth. I'm seeing holding back, and then I'm seeing wasted energy. All together, all these 3 things tell me bite your tongue. I know that's 2 words, but it's the same thing. Hold it. Well, that's 2 words too, but No, I'm goofing. I'm goofing, because we're doing
Pause.
concise, one word. Pause.
Pause.
Love it. Pause. You're right. You're right. So now, what are you seeing with that?
Well, the ace to me is new. The eight, um, I'm trying to think of the right word, the like not being clear, unclear.
Okay.
The blindfolded.
Oh yeah.
And then the eight of pentacles is to me the work card, but being reversed, it's like not working. So it's kind of like new idea won't work. So one word would be continue.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. I love that. So why don't you go ahead and you do a poll and let's see what you get.
Okay, I'm going to use I got this for Christmas. It's a German deck from Austria, actually.
Ooh, right up your alley.
I'm not a Lenormand reader. I do play and I dabble and I'm learning, but it was given to me from a friend. So I'm going to pull 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I got girl. Okay. And I think this is a stork.
Ooh.
So pregnancy.
That's right off the bat. My first thing was not pregnancy, but my first thing was baby.
Uh-huh.
Now, granted, those are the same things from 2 different viewpoints, but yours is actually the pregnancy term, that 9-month term of pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
That's immediately where you went. My thing was the after effect of it's the baby.
A birth, yeah.
The birth, yes, the birth, the child born here. So to me, that's baby. I love that. Now, why are you getting it that way?
Why am I getting?
Yeah, why you immediately jumped to your conclusion right away, but okay, what brought you to that?
It's a girl, it's a child. The flowers, the bouquet to me is more of a gift.
Okay.
Sort of giving a gift, and the stork is bringing that gift. So bringing a child, a pregnancy.
Yeah, yeah. I went to immediately baby because you said girl, human child. Mm-hmm. You said flowers or bouquet, which to me was growth.
Ah, yeah.
And then the stork, which is that presentation here. Mm-hmm. That's for you. And so immediately to me, my thing was not pregnancy, but the baby.
Right. The child itself.
Right, exactly. Mm-hmm. That makes perfect sense. I love that. I love it. I love that. So I think let's try this. I'm gonna pull 3 cards, but you tell me what you're seeing, because right away I chimed in on my thing, right? So I'm gonna pull random 3 cards, and you tell me what you're seeing, and then you tell me what you see as far as like what those cards mean to you. Okay. And then I will give you the one word from what you're saying to me. Why don't we do that? Because we've never done that. Yeah, so we're kicking it up a notch. Okay. So the cards that pop up: 7 of Cups reversed, the Devil card, and then the Knight of Swords. So these are the 3 cards that came up with for me. So what are you getting out of this?
So you want me to tell you what I see in each card?
You tell me what you see in each card, and then I'll give you the one-word response that I'm getting from what you tell me.
Okay. It's so funny because I have a one word, but not the 3 cards.
Okay, gotcha. Well, then let's do it that way.
Well, no. We'll talk about that after. So okay. The 7 of Cups reversed, that's going to be like being stuck, feeling stuck.
Okay.
And then the Devil to me is about control.
Okay.
And the Knight is like moving forward fiercely. So go ahead. What's your word?
Okay. My word for all these 3, hasty.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Mine was
Hasty.
a decision.
That's good. That's actually really good. And so just so now just to just to reverse it, since I gave you the one word and I based that off of your description of each card. So I'm going to chime in a little bit and tell you my three going through.
Okay,
This
I'll be right back.
all right.
Hey, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So the Seven of Cups reverse to me was overwhelming. What's that?
Lola's bed stuffing, Felix.
Oh, no.
That's why
So-
I had to step away.
Seven of Cups was overwhelming.
Oh,
for me.
yeah.
Just there's too much to pay attention to. I'm
I
overwhelmed.
love that word for that card. Mm-hmm.
And so the Devil card brings me to escape, but vice escape, drinking, eating, sex, drugs, whatever. And then here, this was making that fast choice because of those things. So that's why I said for me, hasty.
Yeah. No, I love it. I love it.
So you go ahead and we'll do the same thing, but I'll tell you my definitions of your cards, and then you give me the one word off of my suggestions. Does that make sense? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So hold on. Okay.
This is so much fun.
I know. I love playing this.
Yeah.
I learned so much. I learned so much this way. Okay. So
You see stuff that you wouldn't see regular.
Right.
Well, just right now, from my description, you learned that you like overwhelming for the Seven of Cups reverse.
Yeah.
I love that.
Never looked at it that way. But yeah. All right. I got Clover.
Ooh, okay.
And then I have, I guess this is a heart or a brooch. I guess I'm not really, I don't know Lenormand that well, so I'm going to say heart.
Yeah, I think that's heart.
So, and it's upside down. So I don't know if that matters.
Well, I think in Lenormand, now I don't know if this is a hard fast rule, but I'm thinking the Lenormand cards you read upright.
Upright. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's usually that's what I've learned, or at least that's what I've seen. Right. That's a regular practice. But again,
on these, it has a regular playing card reference.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think that's why they're read upright.
Okay.
But then again, no hard fast rule as far as I'm concerned. I'm sorry, last one.
Key. Can you see it?
Okay. So if I'm looking at this, my things for these three cards are this.
Yeah.
Your Clover is definitely some good luck. The heart, I'm thinking emotional feelings, like feeling from the heart. And then with the key, that feels like maybe opportunities, like, opening the door to opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow it feels to me like maybe somebody's going to be lucky in love, and that's going to open a whole new door for them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting from each of those three cards. So what's your one word then?
My one word. I was thinking lucky in love, but you said that, so I have to, let me think. I don't know if it's one word or two, but one word would be good. Well, new romance.
Okay, I could see that. I realize we're
opening the door,
right.
New, and then luck, love. So maybe new romance or
right. Yeah, no, I love that idea. That's really good. And I realize that's two words, kids, but sometimes you can't
but you get the idea.
Concise as you want to be, but that's what it is. So, okay, let's do this. We'll do each one card pull. We'll describe our cards to each other, and then we'll combine it for the one word.
Okay.
How about that?
All right.
What does that sound like? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
I'm game for anything. See how much fun we have? Like when we're sitting.
It is so much fun.
Or having dinner, one of us will bring out a deck and we're playing this. We're doing this. It's like
always carry a deck of cards with you, kids. Yep. Always.
Sitting on the plane. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Okay. This one might be a little bit, I don't know if this is going to be good or bad. My card is
There are
Emperor.
no bad cards.
No, I mean as far as our little play here is concerned. So my
Okay.
card is Emperor, and immediately that says to me foundation, structure, sometimes even maybe a hard skin, a hard, thick skin. Somebody who's like this is how I feel, and there's no questions about it. So, what's your one card pull that you have?
My one card.
Yeah, what's your card?
I got mouse.
Oh, okay. So what are you getting with that?
I don't know if I should say it here. No.
What's that?
I'm thinking like politician.
Wow. That totally, totally fits. So I'm going to go just a little bit off of that and say coward for both. Because to me, go ahead. No, go.
Interesting is you're using a tarot deck and I'm using a different type of deck. And we're
Right.
able to do this using these two different decks that have nothing to do with each other.
Exactly.
We'll see how fun this is.
I always find that the truth is the truth, no matter what format you're using to get there. So to me, I love that yours is political. I love that mine is more on the emotional state, but I think we're both leaning toward the same meaning behind each of those completely different words.
I think so too. We twins or something in a past life.
I swear to God, we're like blood or something. Yes, we definitely have a big long tie. The reason I'm saying coward is because sometimes when you see somebody who is an emperor, and normally you would think of that person as a very powerful figure, right? You would think of that as somebody who is big and badass and somebody who's like really hardcore. But obviously that is a front to who they really are, which is what your card is representing to me. That meek, that scary, that small little tiny person. Exactly. Yeah. Maybe they're wearing a big, huge skin like the emperor, but they got a little tiny little mouse brain that can't think past 5 minutes. I don't know, but I love that we came up with, I think at the core, the very same thing, but something totally different.
Yeah, exactly.
So I love that.
All right, let's do another one of those.
Okay. All right. Let's do that again. That was fun. Right. I liked it.
I pulled fox.
Fox. Okay, let me see what I get. Okay. I'm getting, I've got 2 of Pentacles.
Ooh.
So I'm going to say together, these 2 cards mean underhanded.
I was going to say cheated.
No, that makes perfect sense because it depends on how you're viewing it, but I totally get what you're saying. So why are you saying cheated? What are you getting?
Well, to me, sly like a fox. You know? Even though I like foxes and I think they're adorable, but it's just, the meaning of a fox to me. And, sly, sneaky, and then money. So kind of somehow you're...
Oh, you're taking the money factor. Gotcha. All right.
The coins. Okay.
Yeah.
I see that in this reading.
Right. So I'm looking at that too. The money end didn't occur to me. I was looking at this guy as juggling. Being having that magician feel, like all smoke and mirrors, being slick, quicker than the eye. I saw this as a person juggling, and I saw the fox as being sneaky. So that's why it's underhanded. At least that's how I felt. That's where I took it. So that totally makes sense. I love that. Gotcha. Well, let's try one more of these ones. I really like that. That's a lot of fun.
All right, you go first.
Okay, let me see what I get. So for me, I really do like the idea of when you're pulling different cards, and no matter how many you pull, to be able to get to that one word fast ending. Like somebody says, "Oh, blah 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 blah. This is my question," and then immediately you can say, "Boom." Give them the answer right off the bat so they have it. And then you can dive into detail after. And to me, I feel like that's what this is. Does that make sense?
Yeah, completely.
Ooh. Okay. I've got Four of Wands reversed. What did you pull?
Birds, flying birds.
Love it. So, oh, that's me. Sorry. Okay. So immediately, even if you've got birds, and even though my card is reversed, I'm going to say party.
Oh.
What? Where are you with that?
Well, my daughter's wedding was canceled because of COVID.
That's right.
It's reversed. So I'm like thinking that right away.
You're right.
That's why I laughed.
Okay.
No,
But
before that, and I only saw that when you said party.
So,
yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm thinking is kind of flying the coop. They're away from home. You know,
like empty nester, but you're talking about the active point of me leaving home.
Yes.
Okay. I'm seeing that. Now the reason I'm seeing now I'm going to do my breakdown. The reason I saw party. Now, granted, Four of Wands traditionally does mean celebration, and even in the reversed, I think that the party is still going to happen, but because of the birds in your card, there's a lot of chatter happening at the party. Everybody's got something to say about something, and so that in itself can also be the party because people love to gossip, people love to chat, people love to spread the news, and so even though this might be a celebration that isn't maybe as perfect as it ought to be, it still is a party because there's something to talk about. That's where I went.
Okay. Yeah, nice.
That's where I went. So how did you get to flying the coop again? I know you said it, but please,
It's funny because when I'm looking at the cards together on the screen, like the 4 is reversed. So to me, that's like the happy card or the celebration card, right?
Yeah.
And the home front, it's I always think of that card as like a marriage or a union.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so when I see that card, I usually think that, but because it's reversed and the birds are flying away, I feel like somebody's leaving, like a kid going to college, the mom's sad, like it's not the happy home anymore because somebody left the home, the nest.
And it's so hilarious because the way your birds are depicted, they are flying away from my card. They're going that way.
Right.
And it is flying away. They're not flying toward my card.
Right. That's kind of where I was getting there.
That is hilarious. I love that.
See, and that's just looking at a picture and a direction.
Right.
I have no idea what the birds mean in the Lenormand deck. I'm not that far.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm just going with what I'm seeing, and
that goes back to what you said at the very beginning of this thing, with the idea of don't look at the book, don't look at the meanings, go with your gut, and that's exactly what you're doing, and that's I think what you're supposed to do, right?
Right.
So I mean, I love that. That was a lot of fun. I'm not saying that we're done. I'm just saying that was really enjoyable. I really do love doing that. So for me, now that we've done a couple of exercises, I want to ask your opinion about what do you think that actually could do for somebody approaching readings from that point of view? So first, how would you approach it from that point of view as the reader? And then how would that affect you if you're the person getting the reading? What would that make you feel like either way?
Well, as the reader, if you were a sitter and those cards came up just like that, I would ask you, is there something going on? Are you thinking about leaving home? Is something holding you back? Like maybe it's a bad marriage. Maybe it's a relationship reading.
Okay.
I want to know about that. Maybe it's, again, for me, my first thought, Mom, my kid went away to school. My home is still
Yeah.
happening there. It's just sad right now. It was
Right.
upside down, you know. Birds can circle and fly back. It's not like it's forever, right?
Amen.
So I would approach it that way, like, oh, who's leaving or what's going on or, who's getting ready, something like that. And then you just open the dialogue that way. No, that's not it. Well, are you thinking about maybe leaving or do you find yourself fantasizing about what your life would be like if you married the other guy and not this one? That's how the dialogue would start.
Okay. A little scandalous too, right there.
Hell yeah. It's always
Okay. Now, what about
like that, or are you afraid someone's leaving you?
Right. No, I get that. That makes perfect sense. So then, how about if you're the person getting the reading?
Hell yeah, I fantasize about life would be like.
Billy Idol, where are you?
Oh yeah, my kids took me to see him for Mother's Day one year. I'm like, he's on stage. I'm like, that should have been your father. They're just like,
hilarious. I love it.
But yeah, no. So no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I would. But or it would be like, yeah, sometimes, if you're in a bad marriage, or sometimes it could be, your parents are getting older. Somebody in the family is getting ready to transition, to leave the nest, whether it's the elderly or the young. So it could go so many ways in that situation, in those two cards.
Right.
So I think, yeah.
So, and for me, I chimed in a little bit on it already, and I do love to do this. And 9 times out of 10, that is how the reading ends up developing. Because I'll somebody else asked me a question. Prime example. We'll use your example about going off to college. A parent asks, will my child ever come home? And you flip up that Four of Wands reversed, and then you flip up that Birds card, and the Four of Wands reversed immediately for me would be home is breaking down in some kind of way. There's a little bit of a dark cloud happening here. And then that Birds is about the communication. For me, it is about flight. So it makes sense that a child is going off to college and the home has a little bit of a sadness going on because, like everybody's so used to being together. But then I think I would turn that around and say, what was my first initial thing of that? Oh, I said party. But going off of that, I could say, yes, empty nest. But I would go off of your example of birds are in flight. The babies will circle back around. That's not a question. But I like that idea. What I guess what I'm getting to, I'm getting off on a tangent, and then chances are I always do. But I give that one word for an answer right off the bat, so I can tell the person I'm reading cards for, this is the answer, short and sweet, and then go into the detail and allow it to unfold further. You know what I mean? And if I was the person getting the reading done, and I'm the one with the question about my child going off to school, for me, I'd be like, okay, he just said, good. Okay, well, at least now I know, and now I can just listen to the rest of it without the anxiety on top of me. That's how I look at that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, completely. Okay. I'm going to throw another spin on it. Let's pretend we're flipped, and now my birds are facing your card.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, yep. So let's...
Okay. So I don't know how we would do this, but...
Yeah, but
if we're flip-flopped, it might mean something else.
Well, and you're right. That means maybe...
They're coming in. A new baby might be coming. Maybe you're not ready for one.
maybe your child is going through a divorce and they have to move it back in with you in order to start the ball rolling all over again.
Exactly. You know, so you're going to party because, of course, you want your kids near you, you know, but it's not going to be, or something.
Well, and maybe it is a party, but you know what? Maybe it's you. I mean, again, of course, total variations, right, on the session, but maybe it's you having, because your kids are gone, whether that's off to college or whether that's, you know, they're living their own lives, right? And you're in party mode. You're like kicking it, ha ha, I get to just do whatever I want. And then all of a sudden the party is spoiled because they have to come back home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, damn it, you're what do they call that? Cramping my style. You're, you know, like, you know, no more party mode. Can't walk around the house butt naked. And, you know, now I got to put clothes on every day instead. And you're ruining everything.
Exactly.
But, so there's a lot of different ways to see
completely
a reading, which is why I think the game that we like to play, which is concise one word, which is why I think it's good for us as readers to be able to zero in, bam, one word. This is what it is. And then if you want to unpack a little bit more and explore in detail, that's, I mean, to me, I feel like that's a really good way to tackle that. And I love the fact that we learned this from other readers and from mentors, because it's something that you can share, like we're sharing with people who get a chance to watch this video today.
The more we do this game, the more we play it, the sharper you are. It's like it sharpens up your abilities, your skills. It's like anything. The more you practice, the better you get at it.
Your intuition kicks in faster.
Yeah, you know, and it's a skill. You're sharpening it up. You know, so.
Well, I do have to be party poop and cut us off because our time is coming short. So I'm so glad I had a chance to have fun with you today. This was I know it always goes way too fast. This is so much fun, and I really enjoyed today's show because it got a chance to, I mean, even right here, right now, we got a chance to learn stuff from each other that, like, would that have happened otherwise? So this is so much fun, and playing the concise game is way cool. It doesn't have to be 3 cards. It can be 2, but it definitely has to be more than 1.
And look at 2 different decks.
Right. And 2 different formats, like, you know, just pull stuff together and try to come up with one word to describe what you're seeing and have fun with it.
Right. And you can practice alone, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And do it. You don't need it's more fun with someone there to like bounce off like we do, but
yeah, because then you get to have fun and just laugh and joke about it while you're learning. But this is something that you guys can do all by yourselves. You can just pull 3 cards and just say the first word that comes to your mind, looking at what those cards are telling you instinctively, intuitively.
Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
What are you going to talk about next week? I got a thought.
Go ahead.
I was thinking, since I had the Lenormand deck, and I don't know a lot about Lenormand, but you do as a reader.
I know a little bit about it.
Want to talk about Lenormand next week?
Yes. Yes. And you know, so we can. Yay! Well, it's not going to be teaching kids.
I know, I'm teasing.
But yeah, tips and tricks, not a problem. They are going to be there. Yeah, Lenormand sounds like fun. I'm excited for that.
Sounds good.
See you next week. Alrighty. Thank you for watching, everybody. For those of you who are here, thank you, Connie. I love you. I love you. I love you. And have a good night, sweetie. Bye. And